When you're thinking frugal, you're probably thinking about Mr. Cheap. Someone who haggles at Walmart, shops exclusively at the dollar store, and eats only ramen with onion. But being frugal isn't about money. It always has been about value. Whether on the value of saving time, the value of it being cost effective, the value of it being practical, the value of getting what you actually need, the value of healthy eating. These are all aspects of frugality. But on the other hand, being cheap has always been about money. Cutting corners, buying the lower priced product even though it's not what you actually need, believing fake advertisements that overpromise and underdeliver, buying packaged food thinking it's cheaper and better, and ultimately valuing short-term gain over long-term pain and the expense of others and even yourself, such as your health, for money. And so being cheap is about maximizing the amount you can save and earn without considering the other aspects such as time, quality, longevity, long-term value, and relationships. It's all about money. Money, money, money when being cheap. So how does someone be frugal and stop being cheap? Because let's be real, it's sometimes hard to distinguish the difference between being frugal and being cheap. And in a lot of scenarios, choosing the cheaper option is usually a safer bet. So I don't hate on it if you are cheap. However, there is a way. And it's a way that's gonna keep you sane, keep more money in your pocket, and buy the things that actually provide value. So sit down and listen up. There's a lot of garbage in the world, whether actual garbage or overpriced products and services. And so how would you audit the good stuff from the bad stuff? What is actually really good or not? Well, it's relative. Some value this, some value that, but what I value is automation, practicality, and value. Meaning, if something makes something else easier to do and it's cost effective, then sweet. That is of utmost value. Like my car, it gets me from point A to point B. It's safe, legal, it works. It provides automation, it's practical, and provides a lot of value, especially relative to its cost. Now, if I were paying $50,000 for a car along with $1,000 monthly payments for ownership costs, at that point, it's no longer practical and provides value, it's money draining. Now I get it, everyone can own whatever they want, but this video is about what I value based on my specific case scenario. Though the advice I give can be molded to fit your specific life case scenario too. And so anyways, I can get the same quality and same service for significantly less cost. Like most of the roads in Toronto, you can only go 50 kilometers an hour. So being able to go 172 kilometers an hour is not a relevant feature. Or if a vehicle can go 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, but in 2 seconds there's a red light that's about to appear. These features are costly and in my niche of life provide no value whatsoever. So paying for it makes no sense at all. A used, older, well-maintained vehicle is a better buy than anything new that's on the market for my case scenario. Over time, features become redundant in certain niches. Technology becomes too good for your own needs. Like computers, having a 20-core CPU, 12 gigabytes of GPU, 128 gigabytes of RAM, and 2,000 terabytes of SSD, but all you do is write. Like a 2011 MacBook is totally suitable if all you do is web browse, YouTube, and write documents. There's no need to purchase the latest MacBook with the highest specifications. Like, are you DJing? Are you editing 4K videos? Then why? Why spend $3,000 on computer A when computer B for $200 does everything that you need it for it to do? And at the same time, you don't want to be purchasing the cheapest solution, like buying a 1990s Dell computer that's too slow for web browsing, YouTube, or even connecting to the internet. Remember back in the good old days, the 56-bit dee dee beep beep boom boom beep beep boom to connect with dial-up internet. So the key idea of being frugal is not about cost. It's about value. The automation. Is it practical for its purposes? However, quality is key too. You don't want to pay for automation if it keeps breaking down. Constantly paying for garbage in hopes of working is a failed plan. Constantly consuming garbage foods in hopes of living a healthier and longer lifestyle is a failed plan. Constantly purchasing things blindly is a failed plan too. So what do? You audit. Yes, you audit. You're buying a car. Why not test drive the car that you actually want? Compare it to a cheaper value car. Compare it to an expensive car. Get your friend's opinion on it. Research the cost of ownership. Compare the cost of ownership. Do you actually need the car? Why not just walk, right? Or when you're buying food, look at the ingredients. Does it contain garbage ingredients? BHA, BHT, arsenic, potassium bromate, nitrates, nitrites, phosphates, phosphites, hydrogenated fats, yellow number 5, number 6, blue number 2, number 1, red number 3, number 40, any artificial essential oils like fake cinnamon, fake chocolate, fake vanilla, or super high in sugar, fat, oil, and salt. Price doesn't matter. It can be expensive or cheap and still have the garbage ingredients I just mentioned. Like I said, it's not about the cost, it's about the value. Even if this food is cheap, it doesn't mean it's of value. It's probably cheap because it's garbage. Again, cheap is relative. For most raw, unsalted, unspiced, and unpackaged foods, they're usually cheaper and better value than the pre-made, packaged, and dining out foods, which are usually the sources of garbage ingredients. And so if you're purchasing blindly, most likely you're getting taken advantage of. And that is why it's so important to be auditing, questioning, researching, testing anything before actually purchasing it, whether it's cheap or expensive. There's way too many advertisements that are fake advertisements. Like a McDonald's burger doesn't look like this, it looks like this, nor is it nutritious. And cereal is not part of a balanced breakfast. It's crispy, crunchy candy. It shouldn't be advertised to children. The latest 2021 Ford Mustang isn't going to make your life 1,000 times better, even if that's what the advertisement shows you. It's just going to make it easier to blow your money, waste more on gas, and arrive at the grocery store at the same time as the person who's in a 2002 Honda Civic. And so by knowing all this, it makes me sane. By knowing what is true and what is not true, what is of value and what is of not value, I make way better decisions. And understand that the decisions are not based on cheapness or solely the cost of the product or service, but rather the total value it gives me. And so these decisions allow me to save even more money because I stop buying the things I don't need, the things that don't matter, the things that break down, the things that make me sick. So everything I purchase is of value and purpose, and for my needs and the needs of those who are closest to me. I don't buy anything impulsive. I don't let others make decisions for me. I make decisions for myself. And those decisions are based on facts, research, testing, and value. Not cheapness, not just the costs. So next time when you're about to make a purchase, question it. Is it worth it? Does it provide value? Is it filled with garbage products? Is it made from toxic materials? Am I purchasing this for validation? Does it actually help me with the long term, or will it cause more problems in the future? Is there a better solution for a better price? Is it worth it? If the answers are in your favor, then you got yourself a great frugal purchase regardless of what the price is. This is the end of today's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. This is Mike Gap signing out. Have a great one, everybody.